Alright, hey, Hades Mega here, and welcome to another Hades Mega Rav4 Prime video where we're working on the inverter on this guy, alright? The 120 volt inverter, alright, that I installed. It's become like a saga now, I suppose to say, alright? So, I've had a chance to use it once, alright? And I'm not very happy with it, alright? It's because that breaker keeps on blowing, alright? I don't know why Rav4 Primary used that breaker, because it's garbage, man. That thing couldn't even hold like 60 amps, man, is all I want to say. It's rated for, if you watched the previous video, it was rated for 125 amps, and it can't even hold 60 amps before it breaks, okay? I did get a chance to use it at a recent motorcycle race like 2 weeks ago. And I tried to use it to run my tire warmers, alright? And if you remember correctly, when we were testing it, it did run the two warmers at the same time, alright? And it worked, alright? But when I used it at the races to warm up my tires, the breaker popped. I'm like, so I guess it can only handle it for so long. The thing is a piece of garbage. So Hades Mega did some online shopping and research and stuff. And I was thinking about going with a fuse, alright? I was thinking of going with a A&L fuse, alright? That's similar to the one I'm using on my solar panel system. But what I went with was this guy, alright? It's the T Tocas breaker, alright? It's a thermal circuit breaker is what it is. I'm running a very similar one on my my solar panel system, okay? I have like very large batteries that I have hooked up to it. So this one is rated for 120 amps, and it's resettable. It has like a switch on it, so you can switch it on and off. All right. It's very similar to the one that we're replacing. Okay, but I know this one is good quality. Okay, hopefully we'll have to test it out. All right. But I couldn't find one that was 125 amps, so I went for the closest one, and this is 120 amps. Okay. The nice thing is, yeah, it does have the button, just like the other one, where you can switch it on and switch it off, so I do like that, okay? But this one mounts a little differently. We're going to have to change, we're going to have to put, like, the terminal lugs on it, alright? That's what it uses. You use the 516 ring terminal lugs, okay? So, where it has 516 terminal lugs on it, so we need to use the ring terminals, so we need to change the wiring a little bit. I hope we don't have to make new wires. I'm going to try to put it in the same place I did before. I don't know how well it'll fit. We'll have to find out when we get in there, alright? So I got that, and a couple other updates are, I've got a remote switch, okay? I bought a new remote switch, and it's a black one, alright? So if you if you try to buy a remote switch for the 1200 watt Pure Sine Inverter, you can buy one of these guys. The funny thing is, when you buy it from Giandel, alright, as an accessory part, you get a black one, alright? The one that comes with it is a white one, alright? Well, my interior is black, alright? Black or dark gray or something. So this would look better inside the interior, alright? So I'm going to install this. The only difference is, well, yeah, we should test it first, alright? I do know the white one works, okay? We tried it. Yeah, I got this for $15 on Amazon Marketplace. There was some dude selling it. He had one, and he was selling it for 15 bucks. I think normally it's like $30 or something, twice the price. So, kind of pricey, you know, if you ask me, just to get a black part. I mean, yeah, I probably could have painted the other one, but it won't look as good as this, alright? This is the way it comes. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the screws. There's supposed to be a little pack of screws here, but it's missing because this one has the screws in it. So we'll have to either use these screws or find some other ones. I'll try to find some black ones. All right, but yeah. So what we would do is cut a little rectangle into the interior panel, and then we would just screw this onto there, and then this would be our on-off switch. All right. The only difference is this is a RJ10 or RJ11 cable is super long on this. All right, this one is much shorter. We don't need a long one because everything is in the back of the vehicle. So what I probably might wind up doing is putting the black cable with the white cable, and then take the white cable and then use it on the black plate. All right, and then I'll just wind up selling this white one because I don't need it anymore. So back on Facebook Marketplace it goes, type of thing. Okay, so that will be a later video. And then I got the interior pieces for the 120 volt outlet. All right, so these are Toyota Rav4 OEM outlets. Okay, and I was able to find it. I bought it from Modern Toyota in North Carolina. Okay, so I tried to buy it for my local Toyota, Stevens Creek Toyota, where I live, but they couldn't get. I ordered it, and then they said like it was like the part was like obsolete or something, and they have a different part number for it, and they couldn't get it. So so I did some shopping online, and I found out that I could get it from Modern Toyota, and they were able to get it. Okay. So, so I ordered from them, and they shipped it to me. And these are the pieces right here. Okay, this is the trim piece. All right, it has the you guys can't see it. When we install it, I'll show it to you guys. But it's got the 120 volt outlet cutout, and it has the 12 volt outlet cutout. Okay, mine only has the 12 volt outlet. Okay, and then I've actually got the outlet right here. Okay. I don't know how we're gonna wire it, but we'll figure something. We'll probably just use a spade connector or something like that. Okay. And yeah, so that's it. Those are all the updates I've got for this inverter vlogs. Okay. So today we're gonna install the breaker because I'm not happy with my inverter system. Okay, and it's because of that breaker. We can't extract the most power out of it. You know. What you want is you want the inverter to trip before this trips, okay? Okay. The only reason to have a breaker, all right? The only reason to have the breaker is to prevent the wire from getting too hot, all right? From pushing too much current in it. When it gets hot, it could melt and cause a fire, all right? And we don't want that. And so that's why you have a breaker, all right? And I know this should not pop. All right, this should not pop. All right, unless there's some kind of surge in power, yeah, like a power surge or something. That there's no reason for this to really pop. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's get to installing it. Okay, so all this stuff here will be for another video. So if you guys want to see that, see me install this stuff and make a video about it, I will have a separate video about it, but we'll put these aside for now. We'll focus on getting our inverter system to work at its optimal efficiency, okay? Type of thing. All right, so here it is. This is the T Tocas thermal circuit breaker. I bought it on Amazon for about $26. The reason I bought this guy is because it was cheaper than buying the A&L fuse holder and the A&L fuse itself. Or it's like $26. The fuses holder is like $30, and you still have to buy the fuse. And then if you pop the fuse, you have to replace it. Okay, and the fuse is expensive. This one is resettable, so if it pops, all you have to do is reset it. All right, it's just like a regular breaker, like the one we're replacing. But hopefully it works properly. So it's made by T Tocas. All right, I will put a link in the description of the video where I got this. Okay, if you would like to purchase one. It's got a picture of the breaker here. It's so this one you connect to the battery positive, and then this one you connect to the load. Okay, and then and you'll see it when we take it out. All right, and it says it's typically used in auxiliary and accessory circuits in trucks, buses, RVs, and marine applications. Others include battery chargers, solar system, and DC audio. All right. DC audio is pretty close to what we're doing. That's what I say, okay? It's switchable except for the 250 amp, which is funny because I bought the 250 amp and it doesn't have the switch on. I was like, ah, damn it, oh well. It has a manual reset. It's SAE J1625, UL 1500, and J1171 rated, all right? It's recyclable, made in China. It's not good for babies, okay? Okay, and here's some of the features. It's a Type 3 manual reset, switchable. It's UL rated, so that means it's good stuff, all right? 940 volts. It's a UL rated 94 Victor 0 thermoset plastic. That's the kind of plastic it's made. I guess maybe it's made to resist heat or something. It's surface mount protective stud insulators included. It meets SAE J553, J1625, J1428, J117. Oh my god, all this. Okay, ignition protected. All right, it can handle 25 to 150 amps at a core, and it uses a quarter 28, all right? Quarter dash 28. I thought it was 5/16. And then it's smaller than 5/16. Okay. And then the 200 amps to 300 amps versions they have a 3/8 lug. Okay. I think ours is the 1/4 inch one. And then these are the different ones that they have. I do have the 250 amp one. This one is 120 amp. Okay. They didn't mark it up for whatever reason. Okay. Here's some other technical data. It's a temperature and percent rate of current graph, and then a rated current time versus. Okay, so yeah, that's like how long it can handle like a certain amp, right? So remember how my my tire warmers like pop the breaker after a certain amount of time? Well, we probably exceeded that time. Okay. But there it is. Okay, it looks like it could handle, let's see. Oh, okay, so the rated current, if you're at like 100%, it should be able to sustain. Okay, so you can do 120 amps sustained, all right, and it won't pop, all right? But if you do 200 amps, it'll pop in like 40 seconds ish. Okay, if you do 400%, it'll pop in 5 seconds. 600% will pop right away. Okay, so that's what that means. All right. Okay, let's go open it up. See what we got here. All right, no manual, nothing, just a bubble wrap. And there's the unit. It's a little bit smaller than the one that I have. Or I'm not sure. It's a good question. But there it is. That's what it looks like. It has terminal covers. I don't know if we're going to use them or not. It's got 1/4 inch terminals, which is fine. We'll use the 5/16 ring terminals. So it's resettable. You can press this, break the connection, and then reset it like that. Okay. It's very similar to the one that we're installing, but I'm sure this one is much better. Okay, because I'm using one right now. I've never blown it, so. Okay, and then there's also holes here to mount it. All right, surface mount it. You could use like self-tapping screws to mount it, or whatever. I think what we're gonna do is, I was thinking of just using double-sided tape. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure something out. Okay, so let's go take my trunk apart again, and then get working. All right, here we go. Okay, welcome back. All right, so I hate to say it, I wish I had installed the wire over here. Okay, if I installed it over here, I could easily reset it. All I'd have to do is lift the cover up a little bit and then reset it. Over there, it's kind of a pain in the booty to reset. All right, so I'm thinking of maybe changing the wiring route to make it similar to the black wire. All right, and it still wouldn't be that far. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's uninstall the old one. Let's do a check real quick. All right. So as you can see, it's not working at all. Okay. Because this guy reset. Okay. Now it should work. No? Oh, there we go. I keep on forgetting you gotta release the button for it to start up. Anyway, let's disconnect it. Okay, it shouldn't work anymore. Oh no, it's still working. What the heck? Oh, there's like 10. There's only 10 volts in the bed. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, okay, there's no power. You saw that the capacitor in there held some power for a little while. Okay, so now we know there's like no power in this line whatsoever. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and uninstall that. I probably want to take this guy out. Okay. Alright, there it is. This didn't stay on here very well. I'll have to find something to do with that. Okay, I'll just go ahead and uninstall it. And I think I'm going to move it right here. I don't know what's under here. Let me see. I could screw it to this plastic here. Yeah, I think we can. So I think that's where I'm gonna. Okay, I know I would like this. I'd like the space here. This is a nice place to put stuff, but that's okay. I think we'll put it right here, right? So we're gonna go to the positive, and the other one will go like right here. Okay, can mount it right here. Yeah, maybe just close to that as possible. You want it to be as close to the battery as possible, and I think this is roughly the same distance. It's exactly the same distance from there to there, so maybe this will work. Yeah, and then we can screw it to this piece of plastic right here. That'll work pretty good. All right, I just make sure there's nothing important underneath this plastic. Let's see what's under there. Some kind of support bracket. Okay. If we grounded it, all right, it's plastic, okay? The only conductive parts is here and here, so you don't want anything conductive touching this, all right? So if like this was to touch this, or that's painted, but yeah, if it was to touch anything like bare metal, it'll spark, okay? And that's a no-go, okay? But I think right here is a good spot. Maybe we can use this little opening here too to get the battery. We'll put it like right here and then go like right here. Okay, sounds like a plan. All right, let's get the old wire out. Okay, just for fun, if we were going to install it in the exact same place, all right, would it fit? Yeah, it would fit barely, okay, but the problem is it would be hard to reset, okay? I think this is the one that has to go to the battery, right? So, hold on. Yeah, so the top right one has to go to the battery, so you would have to install it like this. And if we install it right here, it would be very hard to reset the breaker, all right? There's not a whole lot of room to get you have to stick your finger in there and ding it. There's not a lot of room to press the button at all. So I think this is a bad place to put it. We'll put it right here. I think it'll fit much better here. We might have to shorten the wire, I'm not sure. Yeah, so where's the other wire go? The other wire goes down here. Okay, we'll just follow this, but instead of going down here, we'll go up here, connect it here. What we might have to do is bend the ring terminal. That's why I guess. Yeah, I think the best thing to do would bend that ring terminal. That, or we keep it over here. Yeah, I guess keep it as close as possible to here. We'll be fine. But there'll be a wire sticking out here. That's no problem. What we'll do is I'll put a lot of electrical tape on top of it, so you don't actually accidentally drop anything and then short it out or something. There's also these rubber covers for the lugs. Okay, pretty cool. All right, okay. I got rid of that piece of junk right here. Let's take that out. And I will promptly discard this in the garbage can. Okay, I've got these the 516 terminals from last time. Unfortunately, they're a little bit too big for it, but I think it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so it'll look like. I got the other one on there already. There's just a little bit of play. That's fine. Okay, but ideally, yeah, we probably want to use a 1/4 inch ring terminal. Okay, let's go mount it up and see what it looks like. Okay, yeah, so I guess the ideal place we want it is right here, like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit at an incline like that, because I put the battery thing back in and it kind of covers it. I guess there is an opening down here, but that's fine. There's a big opening right here, so I'd rather take the bigger opening. So that's where we're going to install it, right here. Okay, and so the wire is going to, I don't know, maybe I can make a spacer or something. No. Yeah, the wire is going to, I think what I'm going to do is mount it as far away as possible. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's find out. So let's do a mock-up of the wire. So we've got the red here. Will this reach? Oh, no, not quite. Oh man, I know. I think the best thing to do is have it as far here as possible. There we go, now it fits. Man, it's kind of tight. Yeah, it'll be like that. Or we could do it like, oh yeah, we could do it like this too. I didn't think about that. We could do it like that. So let's turn this 90 degrees and turn this 90 degrees. Okay. And it'll be like that. Yeah, that's much better. It's happier for that wire. Okay. I know Hades is trying to not make a brand new wire. Okay. Try to use the existing one, right? Okay, and then the other one will go from here. Right, it'll be here. Okay. gonna be something like this. We might have to cut it a little bit. We want it to be as short as possible. Okay. All right. Okay. It's gonna be like that, and then something like this. All right. Got it. Ooh, yeah. Don't touch the terminal. It's hot. Okay, it's gonna be something like that. So I guess it's gonna curve like 90 degrees. I think it's fine. All right. I would rather have the wire longer than shorter. I mean, it's okay to have it a little bit longer, right? Or we can go like this. But so the one thing about this wire is it's not very easy to bend. All right, it's really thick wire. All right, we can go like that also. Okay, but that puts more stress on the terminals. So I was thinking, yeah, just directly over the battery. It's fine. It's no big deal. Okay. And then yeah, we probably can't use this anymore. I was thinking we're not going to be able to. Oh no, we can still use this. Yeah, the wire will come out the other end. That's all. Maybe I'll need to trim it a little bit, but it'll fit. Because it wasn't fitting very good on the other side. That's for sure. All right, so that's how that goes. Can we just leave this open? Oh no, you can't leave it open. Okay, well, I guess that means we're not going to use this anymore. Alright, so I don't think we'll be using this anymore. I will just keep it like somewhere here, or maybe, yeah, because we have to get to that terminal and this thing blocks it. What we could so what we could do is grind this, alright, right here, make it, grind the opening into here, alright, cut an opening there, so this will go through, okay. It looks like it's just enough to do it, okay. And then that way, yeah, that way this will come in nice and cleanly too, okay. So I will do that, okay. As long as we don't grind too much. If we grind too, well, that doesn't matter. I guess just this part right here in the center. We'll try not to take that out, okay. But we'll do that after, okay. That's after, all right. So yeah, it's gonna go up around the battery, up straight up the battery, the bracket here, and then this way, okay. I think it'll be fine. You know, it's insulated, though. You don't have to worry about shorting on anything. All right. Okay, so I think that's how we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the 5/16 terminals on there, and I think we're good to go. We don't have to modify anything. Okay. I got lucky. Almost did. I almost had to make the longer wire longer. Okay. All right. Alright, so you saw me do it in a previous video, so I'm not really going to do it anymore, but yeah, I'm gonna put this 5/16 ring terminal on this end right here, okay? Alright. Okay, I got the cables made. Alright. Well, the terminal, they're terminated anyway, so. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, let's plug this into here. Under here, and so let's go mount. Well, yeah, let's go figure out where we're gonna put this first. All right. Okay. So I do got some screws here to mount it with. We're gonna use these. If they protrude too much and they touch the metal, it's fine. It's gonna do is push the plastic up a little bit. I don't think it's a big deal. Okay. So this one is the one that says load. So we want to connect it here, okay? Just make sure it fits first, you know. We kind of mocked it up already, but okay, we're going to do it like that. What I might want to do is try to bend this terminal down a little bit, so it's not up in the air like that. Or I can do like, yeah, I guess I could just do that like that. Whatever works. Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of sticking out a whole lot. I'm gonna see if I can bend this terminal a little bit, so it's so the wire will go downward. All right, it's gonna be something like that. We might have a little extra wire. That's okay. It's good to have a little extra wire so you can maneuver it through places. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go bend this downward a little bit on a vise. Okay, I bent it downward on a vise. I think this should do the trick. Let's go run it. Sorry, my body's in the way. There we go. Okay, you can see I bend it downward, so the wire goes downward more easily, and I think that'll work. Doesn't have to go like 90 degrees. Perfect. All right. Okay, now we're gonna go check the other side. I don't remember which way this goes. I think this was the one that was connected to the battery before, so I'm going to go like this. I think it might be better to go this way. So we'll go this way, doesn't really matter. On there. It'll be something like that. Wire if I want, up here like that. Okay, and it's going to go like this and like that. Okay. What I might want to do is bend this the opposite way. It's kind of having some trouble getting up there. Let's flip the wire around. Maybe that might be better. Will it reach? Yes, it will definitely reach. And yeah, I think we. So I've got to bend this one the opposite way. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bend it the opposite way. So instead of bending this down, we're going to bend it up. Okay. So it goes out more easily. Yeah, working with these big wires is a real pain in the ass, guys. Oh, sorry. I didn't get a video of it. It was kind of off the shot, but anyway. So what I did is I bent this terminal the opposite way, all right? I bent it so this one bends so it goes down. This one bends because it goes up because it has to go through here and then up here. So it'll be less strain on the wire, all right? So here we go. Stick it in there. It's a lot easier to get in there now. Okay, and it's just going to connect like so. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I think that's how I want it. And then we're going to go mount the this guy, okay? So I don't know. This will be it, guys. So make sure it's where you want it. All right, and I think that's fine. I think outside as far as possible would be fine. And up as far as possible. Okay, I want to go get ahead, get my drill and install these guys. Tight. I might have done this one too much, but it looks like it's on there fine. Okay. If worst comes to worst, I will install a screw and a bolt, a screw and a nut. Okay, I think that's fine. All right. So now I'll install the nuts. I think I'm going to angle it upward a little bit. However you want, bro. There's it. Just like that. It's got these little serrated little washer here, so it digs into the terminal, the leg terminal. Okay, and I think that's good. Okay, let me get a... Okay, I think it takes an 11 millimeter. Let's see. Yeah. Weird size, guys. Okay. Make sure it's nice and snug. It's not connected to anything, and it's not, the breaker isn't on. Okay, very good. It's kind of touching this a little bit, but I think that's okay. All right, and then we're going to connect this to the battery. Connect to the battery. Okay, it's connected to the breaker. Oh, this is no bueno. Maybe I got to flip it. No, that'll make it worse. You know what? I think we're going to have to go do this snaking thing here. Okay. Well, that didn't work out very well. Yeah, okay, so here's the problem. The lug is, the bottom part of the terminal is touching the battery post, and it's not allowing it to go down far enough. Now what we could do is add a spacer. Alright, what we could do is add a spacer, or we could do it at an angle like this. That's not what I intended to do, but I think that'll work. Let's try it. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I know. Not what I was planning to do. Okay. Well, not what I was planning to do, but it works, but then we can't put this on. So, I kind of would like to put this on, but I guess it's a no-go, man. I just have to just leave it on there. Just like that. Okay. I'm sure it's going to fall off like it did before. Okay, well, yeah, I guess I could just zip tie it to the wire. Okay, and then, yeah, so that should be it. Let's fire it up. All I have to do is flip the breaker closed. So another problem is, yeah, the button is right here. If anything is on top of this and presses that, it could trip the breaker, okay? So we want to make sure nothing is here. What I might want to do is add a little cover for this or something. I'm not sure, but for now, that'll be fine. Okay, so connect the breaker. All right, breaker's on. Press the button, let go. It should power on, all right? And we got 12.2 volts coming in. Woohoo! All right, installed. Okay, should we do the testing first, or should I put everything back? Let's put everything back in first, all right? And then we'll go test the inverter out, all right? All right. Let me turn it off. Okay, so the last thing we'll do is we'll install these little covers here. Alright, that'll prevent you from sparking these terminals. Okay, I think that should be okay. This part is kind of exposed here. What I might want to do is put some electrical tape around this, just this part right here and this part right here, but should be fine. I know I should have probably moved the what is it, the shrink tubing a little bit farther, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Okay, so I'm gonna go put the interior back in. Okay, before I put the rest of it in, that's what it's gonna look like with the battery cover on there. Okay, looks pretty good. Can hardly tell it's doing anything. It looks like it blends in pretty well with the rest of it. That's what I want to say. This looks pretty secure. Okay, it's not going nowhere. It's going to vibrate a whole lot because it's inside the car, but hey, be fine. Alright, then I will go tighten this terminal down as tight as I can with my fingers. Okay, there we go. Alright, See if all this stuff will fit back in here. All right.